When WWE fans chant a Big Show, please retire, I think to myself, whose fault is that the fans are chanting that? Is it just the Big Show's fault? Or is it WWE's fault of how they were booking him? I'm going to have to find out my thoughts in this video coming up right now. Hey guys, what is up? It is I, James Penrose here, back again for my next video on my channel. Welcome. And as you can tell from that little intro and the title down below of this video, this is going to be a video that, and this is a video related to a WWE superstar who I have not talked about in an individual video ever. If I remember correctly, I don't think I've ever talked about this superstar individually. But I'm going to be talking about him in this video because it's come to my attention that a lot of people are now mad and pissed off about this individual, and they're just completely jumping to conclusions that it's all his fault that he's going on a downward spiral. Today we're talking about WWE superstar and veteran, The Big Show. And why I'm going to be talking about The Big Show, again, as you can tell from that intro, a lot of people are mad and pissed off, and I can understand, and understandably so, and they're going to the extent of chanting to The Big Show, please retire. Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, chanting that head on to The Big Show, in my opinion, is going a bit too far. Saying that, I mean, if I was a wrestler and fans were just going to me, please retire, honestly, I would be mad. It would hurt me, definitely. In this case, fans chanting that, in one sense, I can understand it. Even though it is going too far, I can understand it. And I'm going to say why. Because for over the past 3 years now, all of us have been complaining, bitching and moaning, and we should have done. We were continuously bashing how Big Show was being booked, because Big Show's career as of late has just been a complete downward spiral. How he's completely gone back and forth in terms of how WWE want to go about with him as a face or as a heel. Because I'm going to say right now, not just these past 3 years, but his whole career has been completely going back and forth on a face turn, heel turn, back and forth situation. There have been a lot of moments with The Big Show where I've just gone and gone, what the fuck? I mean, back in 2010, how they were using him, how he just completely, as a face, you know, was used as an absolute joke. I remember one stupid segment where Pee Wee Herman came in as a guest host and Big Show came in a suit. That was fucking retarded. It was PG Big Show bullshit. That's all it was. And just how in 2013, how he was going for the WWE title. I mean, I loved how they were building up the Big Show, but we knew right off the bat that when you pair up Big Show with Randy Orton, you're going to get complete shite. And literally, and to top it all off, really, at WrestleMania 31, just this past 2 weeks ago, where you had him win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And I'm going to say right now, that was the worst booking decision you could ever do with Big Show. Because like I said in the review, oh, you're the same size as Andre the Giant, so you have to win the Battle Royal just because you're the same size. Stupid. Stupid, when you could have actually had this tournament and this Battle Royal a prestigious thing to win. I mean, you gave it to Cesaro last year. That was a good, solid, good. And then you just dropped the ball with it and you went nowhere with Cesaro. Moving on to The Big Show. What does he have to gain for winning this Battle Royal? Nothing. He's gone nowhere with it since. He's just hanging around with the Authority, and really, we just are not buying it anymore. We don't give a shit about The Big Show in the Authority. Just end it already. But for us fans to go and say, oh, please retire, it's not The Big Show's fault, in my opinion. Yes, he's still our shit. Yes, I don't really like him. I've never been a big fan of him. But that is not The Big Show's fault. Again, I've been saying this constantly, not just when it comes to promos. I've been saying how, WWE superstars are not in control of what they say because it's all scripted, they have to read off the script, It's like that, not just with promos, but just how they're being used as a whole. This is what I'm on about. Superstars are not in control of whatever they do. Not in just terms of wrestling, but in terms of promos, in terms of storyline. Superstars are not in bloody control of what they want to do. It's WWE that are pretty much forcing them to do what they are doing, just like with Big Show, and it's not Big Show's fault, it's WWE's fault, in my opinion. They have completely fucked up The Big Show now, in my opinion. No wonder fans are chanting, please retire, I mean, they're chanting that though as if it's The Big Show's fault, and I'm just going to clear that up right now. It is not all The Big Show's fault, because again, he is not in control of what he's doing. WWE is. I don't know how many times I have to hence that. like I said, I've never been the biggest Big Show fan, but don't get me wrong, there have been some great Big Show moments in the past, in the Attitude Era, and in the Ruthless Aggression Era, and maybe in the PG Era a couple of times as well. I mean, one of my favourite moments for me as watching the Big Show was when he had the unholy alliance with The Undertaker in 1999. If none of you guys remember that, Big Show aligned with The Undertaker, and they formed themselves as the Unholy Alliance. After Undertaker went away from the whole corporate ministry thing, he went on to the Unholy Alliance with the Big Show. I believe that's what it was called, the Unholy Alliance. They ended up going forward and they pushed these two to become the WWF Tag Team Champions, and I thought that was cool how they were going up against Kane and X-Pac. I thought that was well done. Kane and X-Pac was a weird tag team, but it worked for what it was, I guess. But that was a cool moment in itself. In the Ruthless Aggression Era, my favourite moment in that part of time in WWE was when you had the Big Show return after Big Show chokeslammed Kurt Angle off the balcony, and then he went on a hiatus from there, and all of a sudden, boom, he comes back and just completely fucks up the entire SmackDown roster, takes out Luther Reigns, Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, Scotty 2 Hotty, Nunzio, all the bunch of jobbers, mid-carders, main eventers, you name the fucking lot. He took them out, all of them, and he really made an impact there, and he had some good stuff going for him. And in the PG era, I liked what they did when he was with Chris Jericho and Jericho. You know, they were a dominant tag team. We thought they'd be a force to reckon with. And again, it's another stable where they just completely dropped the ball with them. You know, I mean, that's another thing with WWE is they tend to drop the ball with their tag team divisions and their stables. They tend to fuck them up and drop the ball with them. And most of the time, they'll do that for no reason. I mean, the Shield, they did that for a reason because of Seth Rollins' heel turn, you know, and joining the Authority. That made sense. So overall, when it really comes down to it, tell me what you think about this. Do you think Big Show is completely stale ass shit, and do you think that it's all the Big Show's fault that he's getting a lot of hate for, you know, what he's doing right now? Do you think it's completely his fault, or do you really think it's WWE's fault for fucking up Big Show in the booking directions that they want to go with him? Because in my opinion, personally, no superstar is in control of what they do there. It's all WWE. WWE is in control of what the superstars do. It's not the other way around. And if you think it's the other way around, then you're completely delusional in the head. So yeah, other than that, guys, I think I'm going to end this video off. This has just been kind of a little video, also a rant at the same time, kind of, because I was a bit skeptical as to why fans would just jump to conclusions and say it's the Big Show's fault, please retire bullshit. Because yeah, I do believe Big Show's getting up there in age, I'll say that. He's getting up there in age, he's been in the business a long time. I think time should come where he should probably hang up his boots. But that's not all because I hate him, it's all just because, you know, his time has passed, you know, he's not really doing much. WWE's fucking up his character, and I say just let it go. If you're gonna carry on fucking up his character, I say what's the fucking point? Just get him out, you know, put him in the Hall of Fame next year if you have to. I don't know, just something to think about, you know. So more videos coming up in the recent weeks to come. I'm going to be talking about Extreme Rules matches to come. There is one match I want to talk about. It's going to happen in the next video. That's going to be John Cena versus Rusev, 3 for the US title. But this time, there's going to be a bit of a twist in this match, because for the first time ever in WWE, I believe, we are going to have a Russian chain match. And quite honestly, I haven't a fucking clue what this match is. Apparently it's where two guys are chained to each other and they just fight over chains. It sounds cool. It's not like a biker chain match like Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker had. If you guys remember that match, it was kind of meh. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That will be coming up in the next video, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to my channel, Alex Wilkinson and Assassin Legend, their channels, and the links are in the description below. Subscribe to them. And yeah, other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. I'm James Penrose, and as always, peace out, my brothers.